This video is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. The holidays are coming, so feel free to use the link down below to order some Ultimate Guard products, like this Xenoskin Omnihive. Years ago, when my family and I would go play Standard together, we would bring all of our decks inside of Xenoskin Omnihives. We could fit everyone's decks, spare tokens and dice, and everyone's playmats into 2 of these massive boxes. Well, the new ones are here, and instead of 5 60-card decks or 4 commander decks, these can fit 8 commander decks or 10 60-card decks. This thing is massive, and I can't wait to finish filling it up with my decks. Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by longtime Patreon supporter Muffins. Huge thanks to Muffins and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Muffins reached out asking for a deck built around Shadowheart, Dark Justiciar, and I was more than happy to help him out. If you're enjoying my content, please remember to like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and if you liked the deck list, consider sharing this video as well. Shadowheart Dark Justiciar is a 4-mana 3/4 legendary human elf cleric. We may pay 2 mana, tap her, and sacrifice another creature. If we do, we draw X cards, where X was that creature's power. And, like all monocolored legendary creatures from Battle for Baldur's Gate, we can choose a background. Muffins was originally thinking Master Chef as the background, until I told him about something a friend of mine at my LGS has been brewing for a while. Dragon Cultist. Dragon Cultist is a 5-mana background. Like all backgrounds, it enhances our commander. In this case, so long as a source we control dealt 5 or more damage this turn, our commander creates a 4/4 red dragon creature token with flying. Man, if only there was a creature type in our color identity with high power and a low mana cost that dealt at least 5 damage, had haste, and we didn't mind sacrificing it at our end step. But we'll need more than high-powered creatures to build a functional commander deck. Good thing we have our handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Quick announcement before we get into our video. I've started streaming on Twitch. There's a link down below in the video description, but the address is twitch.tv/DanonWildfire. Feel free to swing by. I'll be talking about Commander, anime, manga, or whatever else chat wants to discuss. I should have a schedule hammered out soon, so stay tuned for further announcements. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Bloodstained Mire, Marsh Flats, Scalding Tarn, Blood Crypt, Luxury Suite, Haunted Ridge, Dragon Skull Summit, Sulphurous Mire, Geothermal Bog, Smoldering Marsh, Tainted Peak, Sulphurous Springs, Blightstep Pathway, Rakdos Carnarium, Witch's Cottage, Bajuka Bog, 8 swamps, and 8 mountains make up our deck list. If you're on a budget, replace the fetches with cards like Evolving Wilds, and the more expensive 2-color lands with tap lands like Rakdos Guildgate or Cinder Barrens. Solemn Simulacrum, Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, Talisman of Indulgence, Rakdos Signet, Charcoal Diamond, Fire Diamond, Decanter of Endless Water, Chromatic Lantern, Mind Stone, Wayfarer's Bauble, Thought Vessel, Dark Ritual, Mana Geyser, and Pitiless Plunderer. Fortunately, Pitiless Plunderer just got a reprint, so it's only about $5 instead of pushing $20. Orcus, Prince of Undeath, Buried Alive, Disciple of Bolus, Night's Whisper, Underworld Breach, Skull Clamp, Garn of the Bloodflame, and Back for Seconds help us to dig through our deck. I know that's not a lot of card advantage, but we do have our commander, as well as a reanimation package in Reanimate, Shieldred Whispering One, Felden of the Third Path, Balduvian Atrocity, Apprentice Necromancer, Profane Command, Phyrexian Delver, Doomed Necromancer, Stitch Together, and Unearth. The Eldest Reborn, Leyline of the Void, Feed the Swarm, Abrade, Terminate, Bedevil, Chaos Warp, Rakdos Charm, and Warstorm Surge help us to keep our opponents in line. Blasphemous Act, Corpse Explosion, and Chandra's Ignition help us to reset the board as needed. Ball Lightning, Arc Runner, Blistering Firecat, Daring Fiendbonder, Lightning Skelemental, Impetuous Devils, Skizzik, Thunderblust, Grim Wanderer, Territorial Hellkite, Clackbridge Troll, Ebondeath Dracolich, Inferno Hellion, Urabrask's Forge, and Rite of the Raging Storm make up the core of our deck, and how we deal most of our damage. Supporting our plan, we've got Unleash Fury, Sir Conrad the Grim, and Terror of the Peaks. Now, if Terror of the Peaks is out of your budget, replace him with Hero's Downfall. Now that we have our deck list, let's compare it to our checklist. 49 mana sources split between 34 lands and 15 pieces of ramp. A little light, but our curve is pretty low, so it's fine. 9 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander, plus 10 reanimation effects. 9 pieces of interaction, 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate in Bojuka Bog and Leyline of the Void. No sudden I win cards, but lots of value. The idea behind this deck is to get our commander out as quickly as possible, then smash people with Ball Lightnings. Then, before our end step, we sacrifice the Ball Lightning to our commander, draw a ton of cards, then Dragon Cultist makes us a 4/4 flying dragon. We can then use that dragon to block or attack as needed. We can also use Underworld Breach or any of our reanimation effects to continuously do this turn after turn, until eventually all of our opponents have been beaten down by our monsters. This may not be the strongest way to build Shadowheart Dark Justiciar, but it is the most fun in my opinion. As an old school player, getting to slam a Ball Lightning in a commander deck is always a good day. Do you have a Shadowheart Dark Justiciar commander deck? What about a deck with Dragon Cultist in the command zone? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. There's a new $5 player tier. Joining this tier will give you access to our private Discord, as well as the power to vote on upcoming content. I wish I could make every video that gets suggested to me down in the comments, but there's just never enough time. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Alex, Borgie, Jake, Exiled Rogue, Manassas, Nazwin, Pedro, Airnor, Tom, Echo Fox, and Midge. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.